Do you ever feel like Louis when he misses the beginning and he wants us to explain from the beginning what dark fibers are? Sure thing, Louis. I got you covered. What's going on? My name is Andrew. That's Professor Meatball. He's sneak mode behind me, but there he is. I just summoned him with the power of treats. And if you guys want to give Meatball a treat, the best way is to look at that like counter, see if it's above 1600 or not, and if it's not, smashing that real quick and commenting out which one you are, either in the live chat or in the comments below. That's the way to go about this. We have a press release from May 7th, 2021 from the Securities and Exchange Commission themselves, right? March 10th, New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, blah, 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 pursuant to section blah, 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 will have a proposed rule change to provide users with access to the system and its connectivity to the data feeds of several third parties and establish associated fees, and take away and suspend these file numbers here. Hold on, they're suspending this. File numbers, blah, 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 blah. This is suspending dark fiber access. And what exactly is that? Well, we're going to give you the information right away because you guys watched until the end. You guys are the real heroes, but some of the people that want to be able to get that information first, well, let's go through the comment section here. It's pretty much written out here by feeling.5978. It is not ending dark pool trading. Let's stop that right now. It's suspending third-party systems like cloud-based to connect to the dark pool. Cloud-based systems give them that extra time to see our trades and make trades against us accordingly. This sounds quite an awful lot like payment for order flow. We've mentioned this overall so many times before, and make trades against us accordingly. This is the concept behind these high-frequency trading algorithms attacking the price. And now that they're not allowed to, look at AMC's stock price go. In fact, GME had a good amount of that in the very beginning of the day as well. Look at those brothers having the same dip at the exact same time and touching on the levels of resistance respectively over here on AMC side 1380 and on GME side 187. 4 major touch points, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you wouldn't believe it, those are the exact same 4 touch points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that said, when we had those 4 touch points, AMC continued and is now contesting successfully this level of resistance that it was not able to before, and GME on the other hand has gone down 2 levels of support. How exactly did this happen? Well, you're gonna have to watch that GME video coming out right after this. But first, dark pools. This is not the first time. That's a bark for buy. You guys know it. We have bark for buys often, and that is something that we're going to have to cover in just a second. That's that after Meatball has a second with the door, we're going to talk about past levels of dark fiber scams back in 2019. All the way back in 2019, Money Life digital team giving us a sense of what dark fiber scams are. Irregular acts, poor due diligence, fraud, misrepresentation, and false statements, right? Following its investigation of a whistleblower complaint, market regulators, SEC Board of India, well, I was going to say C, but SEBI, has established the nexus between senior officials of the National Stock Market of India and the Sam Park Infotainment PVT Ltd, right? Very simply, let's actually go to the very the only parts that you need to understand. SEBI order alleges mismanagement, manipulation, irregular acts, absence of due diligence, misrepresentation, and false statements in the whole dark fiber episode. The way the colo facility has been mismanaged and manipulated by certain trading members with the active connivance of an unauthorized service provider and the officials of NSC, as evident from the discussions and observations made by me in the earlier paragraphs, shows NSC's apathy towards the principles of transparency, fairness, and equity managed by SEBI on them. So India's arm of the SEC essentially going in and taking a look at the suspicious activities with respect to network connectivity. So a dark fiber or an unlit fiber, as defined by the SEBI with respect to network connectivity, refers to an already laid but unused or passive optical fiber, which is not connected to such active electronics or equipments which do not have other data flowing through them and are available for use in fiber optic communication. The easiest way you can understand is that there are markets that are lit, like New York Stock Exchange, right? And there are fibers that connect to those exchanges. This is a dark dark fiber, which is not something that directly connects to a New York Stock Exchange. It's going to be accessed for a high frequency trading algorithm that says, hey, this is one of the ways that you can access the dark pools, the ATS data, and affect the price negatively with buying or selling pressure in whichever direction you choose as a hedge fund or a market maker. However, and here's where the fraudulent activity happens. In April-May 2015, NSE allowed Sampark Infotainment, an unauthorized service provider, to give P2P connectivity to two brokers. Here are the two brokers here. SEBI says Sampark allegedly laid dark fiber connectivity for those brokers with the promise of more bandwidth and lower latency for their data transmission, and continued the service even after it was found that Sampark did not possess the necessary license from the Department of Telecommunications to provide blah, 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 blah. Right? The co-location or Algo scam came to light in mid-2015 when Money Life wrote about it for the first time, allowing multiple letters from a whistleblower. So this gives us a little look into what the SEC could be paying for its whistleblowing. Right here is some press releases here. And you can also follow along with what the SEC continues to like release out to the public. We have here SEC charging healthcare companies with fraud and awarding basically 2 days in a row, $28 million and $31 million for enforcement actions. All right, so SEC making some major plays. We know that they sent out a lawsuit for hedge funds that were short selling, and now we're looking at whether or not this suspension of dark fibers is directly connected to AMC's price action, especially since both of these were trending with positive velocity upward, and GME was the only one that fell short at the end of the day, right? Fumbled at the finish line. That's okay. We are going to be providing you the information that you're looking for. So once again, let's go to the bottom of this article to make sure you guys haven't missed too much. If you wanted to be able to look at this, I'm going to link in the description below so you guys have whatever context you need. Main point is this has happened before. Completely other countries were paying attention to this way before Gary Gensler started settling down as his position as the chief of the SEC. So let's see if there's a conclusive part to this here. Oh, yep. Within the next 3 months, SEBI has asked NSE to prepare a comprehensive documents policy, including guidelines, blah, blah, blah. Chitra Ramakrishna, the then managing director of NSE, is barred from holding any position in any market player for the next 3 years. And oh, look, since it's back in 2019, he is about to come on back to this, the market now. It sounds a lot like Bill Huang and other Tiger Cubs from the Archegos, explosion from a couple of weeks ago, almost a couple of months ago. So once again, bark for buy. Let me buy one. Let me do this. Let's share the love. I'm going to buy a share of GME here. Create new order. And that's the policy, right? We issued an apology for thinking that clout or likes or subscribers have anything to do with loving the stock here. So now when Meatball barks, that is an opportunity for us to buy in the stock. So we're gonna make sure that we have extended hours turned on, and then turn this into 1. Unlock trading. As always, my password is 123456. I always forget not to say it during these streams. What I'm going to do is place that order. I think GME is actually on a excellent dip here, and I like to be able to buy the stocks when it has a solid dip here. I'm going to create an order for AMC over here, and I'm going to buy 10. Tasty. Oh wait, hold on. I have to make sure it's extended hours. Boom. All right. So if you guys like this video and you want to be able to catch bark for buys on a future live stream, right, make sure that even if you are subscribed on our way to 90,000 subscribers, where we're going to have a major swag giveaway, you should likely also consider hitting that bell button and thanking each of the people who not only pressed the subscribe button, but went next door to the join button and became a member there, or went down to the Patreon link to support me as well. Hey, thanks so much, and we'll see you in the money.